Hello, I'm here again. So we're going to be solving example 2 on heat and thermometer, okay? Follow me as we solve this problem. It's not difficult, okay? Like I said before, usually in the question, they will always tell you what temperature scale you should use, okay? From the question, you have an idea of what thermometer you are going to be using as your known to find the unknown, okay? They will either tell you whether it's Kelvin, Celsius scale, or Fahrenheit scale. So whatever the question, you will always find a clue from the question. So let's read this question and then you will see that there's always a clue as to what temperature scale you should use. Let's do this. The lower fixed point and upper fixed point of a resistance thermometer are 0.5 ohms and 3.5 ohms respectively. If it records 2.5 ohms in a certain environment, what is the temperature of the medium in Kelvin? So let's start. Like I told you, you will always have a clue. Kelvin. What is the upper fixed point for Kelvin? It is 373 Kelvin. While the lower fixed point is what? 273. So let's start with what we know to find the unknown. So we have this. Upper fixed point 373 Kelvin, 273 Kelvin. This is what we know. Now let's deal with what we have in the question. So from the question, they'll always give you three figures. So we have lower fixed point and upper fixed point of the resistance thermometer are. So once you see this respectively, it means the first is for the first and the second is for the second. So the lower fixed point comes first. So the first figure is for lower fixed point, which is 0.5 ohms. And then the other one is 3.5 ohms. Okay, if it records 2.5 ohms in a certain environment, so we have 2.5. Let's say this is 2.5 ohms in a certain environment. So we have to find the equivalent here. We don't know it. Let's tag it K. Whatever letter you want to tag it, you can tag it whatever. The most important thing is you find your answer in Kelvin, because what we are looking for has to be in Kelvin. Let me call it another name. I mean, the unit is Kelvin, so it will make sense. K is equal to something Kelvin. So let's use another alphabet. Let's say C. Okay, now, like I said before, this gap is equal to this gap. Then this big gap is equal to this gap at the denominator. This is equal to this. On the numerator, this is equal to this. Add the denominator. Let's do this. So we have C minus 273 is equal to, for this side, this gap is equal to this gap. This gap is what's going to be what? 2.5 minus 0.5 all over the larger gap, which is what? 373 minus 273 is equal to, we can't repeat equal to twice. So this equal to serves for both numerator and denominator. So the bigger gap on this side is what? 3.5 minus 0.5. Okay, so let me transfer the information to the other side of the board so you don't miss any information. So we have C minus 273. I don't know if you are seeing what I'm doing. No, it's important that you see what I'm doing. All over 373 minus 273 is equal to 2.5 minus 0.5 all over 3.5 0.5. I only transfer the information we have down there up so you can still follow me and you can see clearly. Okay, so C minus 273 is 273. This minus this is 100. Please feel free to punch calculator. You are free to punch calculator. After all, calculator is allowed during WIAC. So we have this. This minus this will give us 2. This minus this will give us 3. You agree with me that the next thing we need to do is what? Cross multiplication. So we cross multiply. So if we cross multiply, this will multiply this. So let's put this in brackets so we don't get it twisted. This times this, 500 times 2. This times this. Are you following? This times this will give me 3c. Then 3 times 273. 273 will give us 819. We have 890 is equal to this times this. We have 200. Right? So let's take this one to the other side. It becomes positive, right? This becomes, once it crosses the sign of equality, it becomes positive. So we have 200 plus 819. So 3c is equal to 1019. 200 plus 800 will give us 1000. Then plus that 19 to give us 1019. So c will now be equal to, you divide both sides by 3. 3 will cancel 3. And then we are left with 1090 divided by 3. 1090 divided by 3. Please punch calculator. Punch calculator. It will give us 339.66666. Yeah. It gives us 339.666 Kelvin. Approximately it should be 7. Let's say 7 Kelvin. So this is the final answer. I hope you enjoyed today's class. I'm still Bukola Joseph. Bye. Please watch out for example 3. I'm still going to solve example 3. All is for your good. Bye.